I am 1 year old. I sit in the temple beneath a snowfall of incense ash. The twisting spiral cones hang above, snaking their smoke up to the gods, framed in pillars of red and gold. I am 2 years old. The island echoes with the sound of drums. I want to see the lion dance. You must throw lettuce down for him to devour. He will own the street. The smell of sea and firecrackers lies heavy in the air. I sit in my pram, my red lycee packet clutched tight in my hand. I watch the crowds herald in the year of the horse. Sea and sky blossom with shimmering fireworks. Excitement runs through the air like electricity. I am 3 years old. I am desperate to go down to the village every night to see the opera. My mother is exhausted. For days, the AstroTurf playing field has been transformed with a giant bamboo skeleton monster. Now dressed in its formal robes of red and gold, transformed into a palace of lights and song. Long swirling costumes, black coal eyes against the whitest of faces, glittering headdresses, the high-pitched keening of song. A week of wonders. Then the theatre of dreams is dismantled. The bamboo skeleton falls listless to the ground. The playing field lies empty, just the echo of applause in the wind and memories of wonders. I will await the return of the palace of dreams. I am 4 years old. I speak as much Cantonese as English. I run barefoot and wild, playing with the local children. We rule the island. The sandy beach, our football pitch. The branches of the banyan tree swing sets in our jungle playground. To them, I'm not a guaylo. I'm just a friend. Beware, my child, you must not walk the streets tonight. The hungry ghosts roam abroad, their heads craning, searching on long sinuous necks. They wander, malcontent, forlorn, insatiable. Do not dare to swim, my child. Spirits lurk beneath dark waters waiting. Do not hang your clothes outside, child, for the ghosts will dance in them. Dare not fill the front row. These seats are not for you, child. Reserved for the ravenous spirits that walk among us. This ghoulish theatre is for their pleasure. Keep them from our kitchen, child. Do not put your chopsticks upright in the bowl. Lost souls will mistake it for joss burning in the temple. Lay your offerings outside, child, but dare not close to home. Lay rice and tea and oranges. To sate the passing spectres and keep them from our door. My soul, a hungry ghost, starved of cultural belonging. I am 5 years old. School in England. It's time for the nativity play. The fair-skinned girls sparkle in their angel costumes, all silver, white, and purity. The 3 kings have 3 slaves to carry their gifts for the newborn Son of God. The only other person of colour in my class, a Sikh girl, is the slave bearing gold. A hearing-impaired child is the slave bringing frankincense. I am the last slave, carrying myrrh. My Hessian sack costume scrapes harshly against my dark skin. I am 8 years old, returning to Hong Kong for the first time. Resentment fills my heart. My mother stole me away from paradise. I recall how I ran free on this island. How here I was accepted. How here I was accepted. Back in England I know I am other. I know they think my skin is mud, my accent obtuse. I never want to go back to the chains of racism in England that drag me to the bottom of the ocean. I am 15 years old. A teacher at my high school flippantly refers to me as half-caste. I am silent. I am still. I do not react. Inside me, the toxicity of my lack of whiteness boils over into poison, into bleach, bleach to wash my skin. I long to see the colour peel away, so people will see me as equal in my naked white bones. My skin is rice paper wrappers, sliced open by your slurs. Not black enough to be your nigger, not white enough to be your saviour. There is chili oil pumping through my veins, staining the mouths of oppressors who hold me in chains. You place the noose of prejudice around my neck. The rope is stained with my ancestors' blood, woven from threads of colonization, woven from ethnic tokenism, woven from ethnic fetishization, woven from cries of white fear, woven from hate that won't disappear, woven from the crack of the whip, woven from cotton watered by slave tears. I hang on the noose. My bamboo bones prop up my degraded body. Swinging from the ever-reaching branches of your racism. A Peking duck on a hook in the window of a Chinese restaurant. I am 16 years old. As I walk home from school, a man rides past on a bike screaming, "Nigger lips." I push him off his bike. He clatters to the floor in a cloud of racism. I am 17 years old. I have been stopped by the police for suspicious behaviour. They search my bag. They search my body. These 4 male officers then move away and form a huddled square of hushed whispers. They must tick a box on their little form to say what race I am. They are debating what box I fit in. They ask me. I have never fitted in any box. I am 18 years old. An elderly black woman asks me why I haven't taken care of my hair. I am ashamed. I am confused. My lone white parent does not possess the knowledge of Oshun to water my melanated skin, nor Oya's magic fingers weaving gold from coconut oil and cornrows. Mama Bridget sits with me and whispers the secrets of my ancestors. I am 22 years old. I return a second time to Hong Kong. I enter a shop on Lama Main Street alone. The old woman at the counter, her creased face is a mask of surprise. She starts calling out in Cantonese so loudly. My mother tongue forgotten, the words wash over me, stirring echoes of memory, but lost in meaning. From the back of the shop appears a Cantonese boy, about my age. I remember him. The games in the street, running through the jungle. We stare at each other, awkward, silently unable to hold gaze. A language barrier between us now. A language barrier between us. Oceans of lost syllables separate us two who were once so close. I am 22 years old. We emerge from jungle pathways, feet tired from our trek to the top of the island. We stop at a little stall. Giant vats sit bubbling away. The smell of fermented tofu burns acrid in my nose. I am adamant I don't want to eat anything. You insist. The woman, with 1,000 wisdom lines wrinkled through her face, pours amber golden liquid from a kettle onto the wobbling white mass in my tiny bowl. Hesitantly, I put a spoonful to my mouth. It melts into memory on my tongue, transporting me back to being 3 years old, sitting in my pram, greedily slurping the ginger syrup from silken tofu delights. I hold in my hand not a bowl of tofu, but a time travel machine. I am 26 years old. A famous British casting director rolls out a map across the table. A long scroll of colonizational conquests. I must place myself on the map. Half Jamaican, half Arab, half African. I cannot place specifics to my mongrel looks. I am uncastable because my race is unplaceable. Place a pencil in my hair. Tell me my race. Hold a paper bag to my face. Tell me my race. Do I look out of place? I am the voodoo woman. My black magic turns pencils to snakes. Writhing, twisting, contorting, they rise as one, ensnared in an eternal mating dance. I am the Gorgon. Transform you into stone. Another statue for my collection, trapped in my jungle garden. I am the monster you fear most. The slave who slayed her masters.